Look guys, I get it. I really do understand. You've gotten your first client and now you're like, oh shit, I have to deliver this service. I need a media buyer quick snap. But I'm here to tell you that that may not be the best option for you when you first start. And here's why. Hi guys, I'm Jimmy. Everyone calls me Uncle Jimmy, and I'm here to teach you service delivery for your social media marketing agency. It is an area that is grossly underserviced, and we all know that. And I'm also a coach over at Easy Grow, Charlie Morgan's course. And I also have been running a digital marketing agency myself for almost 7 years, which is called My Online Guide. If you want to see the tickets on that, go to myonlineguide.com.au. It's all there. All my credentials are there. Not that I have to prove it to anyone, but I do know what I'm talking about. And today I want to talk about media buyers and why getting a media buyer as your first option when you first start doing service delivery may be a mistake. Well, it is a mistake. I'm not going to say it may be a mistake. Do not get a media buyer as your first option when you first start doing service delivery. So here's why. You've got your first client, right? Congratulations, that's the first step. There's a lot of courses that teach you how to do that. Getting clients is easy, service delivery is hard. I'm going to stand by that. But you've got your first client and you've promised them and you've committed to a guarantee, and now you have to deliver on that. Getting a media buyer when you first start is a pain avoidance thing. You are doing that because you fear how hard it is to learn how to deliver Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever you committed to. And it's easier to hire a media buyer. And I know the guys like Imran Ghazi and the guys that sell social media marketing agencies to you tell you to get a media buyer. The process goes like this. Get a client, hire a media buyer, rinse and repeat, sit on a beach and drink cocktails all day. And I'm here to tell you that that's a load of bullshit. So you're probably going, Jimmy, what is the alternative? I don't know how to do this. What I'm going to tell you is that if you hire a media buyer as your first option to fulfill your service delivery requirements, you will get taken for a ride. And the reason for that is that how are you going to know if the media buyer you've hired to do your service delivery is going to do a good job? You have absolutely no way of knowing that if you don't know how to deliver the service yourself. And you got to think about it from the media buyer's point of view, right? Obviously, they will try and have your best interests at heart, but they don't have any of the responsibility and they don't have any of the risk. So if something goes wrong, they just churn and burn you and move on to the next client. Now, not all media buyers are going to do that, but how do you know which one's a good one and how do you know which one's not a good one if you have no experience delivering a service? So I find that a lot of new SMMA owners, they get a media buyer to avoid pain. Like I was saying before, it's a pain avoidance thing. They look at delivering Facebook ads and they go, oh my God, I've just learned how to get a client. Now I have to learn how to deliver a service. And what I can say to you is, after delivering countless campaigns, to be honest, is that yes, it feels intimidating at the start because there is a lot to learn. But trust me when I say it's not actually that much to learn. There are so many resources and information out there on how to do the Facebook ads and just basically swipe other people's Facebook ads and do them as a start to get you off the ground and get moving. The best way to learn how to do Facebook ads is to have campaigns to work on yourself, and then you hire a media buyer. All you need to know how to do is the fundamentals. You don't need to be an expert at Facebook ads to get results. You just need to know how to do the fundamentals well and get some results, and then look at hiring a media buyer. I'm not telling you that a media buyer isn't a good idea, because eventually as you grow your agency, you're going to need media buyers. But how are you going to prove that they're doing a good job, and how are you going to be able to have candid conversations with them when they're not, if you can't even talk the talk and have a fundamental understanding of how Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever works? And this is why so many SMMA owners get taken for a ride, and quite frankly, so many business owners get taken for a ride. They think that they can just hire a media buyer and find this unicorn that's going to be honest and transparent and just going to deliver results and everything's going to be good. But if you want to be in this industry for a long time, you need to think about what happens when it's not good and what happens when it doesn't work. What do you do? Well, at least if you've created them and you understand how they work, you can go to steps to fixing them. You can look at YouTube videos, you can unpack them, you can dissect them. At least you know what you're looking at. Whereas if you have a media buyer and they haven't done a good job and you don't know how to do it yourself, you have no way of being able to fix it. You are just left holding the bag, and when the client, your 90 days is up and you've guaranteed something and they're wanting your money back, you literally have no recourse. You just got to give the client the money back. You've lost your money to the media buyer and he moves on to the next guy that he can flex. Trust me when I say you will find the best media buyers on the planet by knowing how to do it yourself and talking the talk with them, because the squeakiest wheel gets the oil. And you got to remember that these media buyers are working with several clients. And if you actually know what you're talking about and the other guys don't, then he's going to work better on your campaign. He's going to work harder on your campaign than theirs. It's the same thing that thieves do when it comes to opportunistic thieving. Now, if they're walking down a street and there's 7 houses with bars on them and there's one without, which house do you think they're going to rob? The one that's easiest. And media buyers are the same. If they've got 7 clients, 7 SMMAs they're working with, and 6 don't know anything about marketing and they're just happy to pay, and then they got one guy that actually knows what he's talking about, well, where do you think all the energy and effort's going to go to? Trust me when I say that it's a pain avoidance thing is the reason you're not doing it. It really is. It's easy to learn. There's plenty of information out there available available on the internet. If you message me and I can teach you the basics, it take me 10 minutes to teach you the basics. But don't use the fact that you don't know how to do it and you need to deliver results as the reason to get that media buy, because you will get ripped off. It may not be the first one, it may not be the second one, but eventually you're going to be left holding the bag and it's going to be very difficult to get out of that situation. And if your margins are close, or if you just started your agency and you don't have much money and you have to pay a media buyer and give the money back to a client, that could break you and that could get you out of the game. The thing with longevity in this space, like running an agency for as long as I have, is mitigating risk. As an agency owner, it's mitigating the risk of catastrophe happening. And the way you mitigate risk of catastrophe happening comes down to the sales side and having a very good understanding of what you're selling, and it's having a very good understanding of how to deliver what you promise. Once you have those understandings, then you can scale up and you can find all the people. Because the beauty about being new to the game is that you probably don't have many clients and you have more time than money. And if you have more time than money, it's actually the best time to learn how to do this stuff because you can actually focus on doing it well. So that's all I'm saying, guys, is don't think as a media buyer is your first option when you're doing SMMA, service delivery, that is. It's not your first option. It should never be your first option. Your first option should be to learn how to do it. Even if you just get a foundational understanding and you learn how to deliver the service, then go and find a media buyer to help you. Trust me when I say you'll make more money in the long run doing that. And this is speaking from personal experience. So guys, you don't need a media buyer. Wait till you get bigger, wait till you have a better understanding, and wait till you're scaling to get one, and you'll be better off for it. Listen to Uncle Jimmy when I say that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys. I'm Jimmy, Uncle Jimmy as everyone calls me. Make sure to subscribe because there's not much content out there on service delivery, and I'm going to change that. It's taking me time to make these videos. I'm trying to get into a groove because I am still running my agency and I still have all my other projects going on as well. But I really want to help you guys get better at service delivery so you can make more money by retaining clients. Because unlike what Imran Ghazi says and all these other guys say, the best way to make money in this space is by doing good work and keeping clients and having a high lifetime value with them and getting lots of referrals like we do. So guys, Jimmy here. Make sure to subscribe and I'll catch you in the next video.